If you ate a poached egg every day for a year, what would happen? This is your first day of eating poached eggs. You're not used to it at first. You think it tastes fishy, especially the yolk, and it tastes dry and hard to swallow. But you know that eggs are rich in nutrients. You insisted on it. It wasn't until the 5th day you've grown to enjoy the process. You realize that when you eat an egg, the texture of the egg white and the yolk changes in your mouth. The whites are soft and the yolks are dense, especially with a little bit of soy sauce. It's the best flavor in the world. You're hooked on the flavor. But the nutritional value of eggs is not enough to change your body in a few days. By the 20th day of eating boiled eggs, you'll find that you wake up more energized every day, and you look forward to breakfast every day. Your mood is happier and you're more optimistic about the day. This is because the protein in eggs can repair damaged liver cells. Especially the lecithin in the yolk can promote liver cell regeneration. It increases the level of plasma protein, increases the metabolism of the body. These effects are reflected in your body as more energetic mood, better. But that's not all the value of eggs. It's the 45th day. You've been eating boiled eggs every day. You wake up and suddenly realize you can remember all the important things that happened the day before or even the week before. Your memory gets better. You don't lose track of things anymore. You're even smarter. That's because eggs are extremely high in lecithin, triglycerides, and cholesterol. It has a positive effect on brain development. Teenagers eat more eggs to promote brain development. Middle-aged and elderly people can also improve their memory, prevent Alzheimer's and mental deterioration. And these effects are only the effect of you insist on eating eggs for a month and a half. After that, you will find a bigger surprise. Let's continue to read. This is your 90th day of eating boiled eggs. You've noticed a significant drop in your weight, and your body shape has become more toned and firm. This is because eggs are rich in protein, can make people feel full, to reduce calorie intake. People who eat boiled eggs for a long time are able to control their weight better. By the 6th month, an even bigger surprise happens. You wake up early and look in the mirror and realize that your skin is softer, and wrinkles are smoothed out. That's because eggs contain almost all the nutrients your body needs. About 15% of the protein has an amino acid structure similar to that of the human body, easier to be absorbed by the stomach and intestines. These proteins contain a lot of bioactive substances, can play an antioxidant effect, and even anti-inflammatory and sterilizing effects to strengthen the immune system. But the deeper effects of eggs are still to come. This is the 9th month you've been taking one boiled egg a day. Your medical report tells you your blood lipids, cholesterol, and blood pressure levels are all normalized. The risk of cardiovascular disease is also reduced. Even the most important metabolic function is steadily improving. This is due to the comprehensive and rich nutrition of eggs. Not only does it boost your energy, it boosts your immunity. It protects and strengthens your body and mind. By the end of the day, you've been doing it for a whole year. You'll find that you're almost transformed. Your skin, energy, and spirit are more energized. Your muscles are stronger and more defined. You even look younger than a year ago. This is because the yolk of the egg. It's rich in vitamins, especially vitamin A, vitamin B6, and B12. These substances can make the body more youthful and strong, and the folic acid in eggs can even improve your eyesight. Do you know what's the difference between local eggs and supermarket eggs? Let's read on. Eggs are laid by free-range chickens from farmers' homes. These chickens are not fed with feed. Instead, they scavenge for food in the bushes. They eat natural foods such as plant seeds and bugs. These chickens get a lot of exercise. The food they consume is richer. Therefore, the unsaturated fatty acid content of the eggs is higher, easier to be absorbed by the body, but also because of the large amount of exercise of the local chickens. The size of the eggs is generally smaller than ordinary eggs. The quantity is also relatively small. That's why they cost more than twice as much as regular eggs. So the nutritional value of ordinary eggs is not as good? Not really. Ordinary eggs are laid by factory hens. They're fed more scientific feed by specialized personnel. This also leads to the fact that ordinary eggs contain a more balanced amount of magnesium, calcium, and other trace elements. And the hens hardly exercise and take in a lot of nutrients. As a result, regular eggs are bigger, more abundant, and cheaper, although the unsaturated fatty acids in regular eggs are relatively low. But since the egg itself is a nutrient-rich food, it's not a big deal. Furthermore, due to different lifestyles, the cholesterol content of eggs is higher than that of regular eggs. The protein content is also higher. So no matter what kind of egg you have, it's a nutritious food. Eating eggs every day for adults is definitely beneficial. So if you don't consider the price, which kind of eggs would you buy first? Cut off a finger for every marriage and dry your right leg for bacon. These strange customs from around the world will definitely make your head spin. Number 6. Cutting off the finger. The Dani tribe in Indonesia has a very harmful custom. Every time a woman in the tribe gets married, she has to cut off a finger. If they get divorced, the ex-husband has the right to cut off 5 fingers at once. The scariest thing is, the tribe allows women to marry up to 7 husbands at the same time. That means that even if they don't get divorced, they can have up to 7 fingers cut off. This custom began as a way to unite the tribe. Women who were capable of reproducing became subordinate to men, in order to produce as many offspring as possible. So you must be asking, can't they just not get married? No. The tribe stipulates that if a woman reaches a certain age and doesn't get married, then her 10 fingers will be uprooted. It's very painful, even though the Indonesian government has abolished this custom. But people still do it in private. Number 5, pickling themselves. This old woman dried and cured her right leg and hung it in the kitchen for more than 10 years to prevent the flesh from rotting. More than 10 years ago, the old woman lost her right leg in an accident, but she insisted on preserving her right leg. She cured the limb in the same way she cured bacon. She even took her right leg out into the sun on sunny days. Other old people in the village also preserve their broken bodies in this way. They believe that people must be buried in one piece when they die. This belief is deeply rooted in the people. That's why the old men pickled themselves. And you know there's a tribe that cut their own flesh to give themselves the scars of crocodile skin? Let's move on. Number 4, the crocodile tribe. The Kandingo tribe, located in the northern part of the island of New Guinea. There is a horrible custom among the tribes. They believe they are the descendants of crocodiles. They worship the crocodile like crazy in order to imitate the crocodile. They would cut a small piece of flesh from the human skin, and then they'd smear the wound with clay to make the wound hard to heal so they could get a visible scar. Almost every adult in the tribe had been cut hundreds of times. The entire skin is covered with scars similar to crocodile skin. Very horrible. Number 3, cement burial. This is a common way of burial in rural Thailand. The villagers will first dig a grave pit and place the coffin in it. Then they call a cement truck to pour cement on the coffin until the whole pit is flooded. The surrounding villagers will cover the concrete with a grid of steel bars, and then another layer of concrete is poured over it. That completes the funeral. This strange burial method comes from Thailand's abundant rainfall. If you don't use reinforced concrete in a few months, the coffin would be washed away by the rain. Did you know it's customary to be covered in mud and not bathe for life? Let's move on. Number 2, the red mud bugs. The Simba people of Namibia, Africa, have a monstrous aesthetic. They dig up red rocks from the mountains, they grind it into a paste and mix it with water and butter to make mud, and apply it all over their bodies, even the corners of their scalp and eyes. The Simba believe that the more you apply, the more beautiful and healthy you are, and the Simbas don't bathe for life. If the mud dries up, they put on another layer. Number 1, chin piercing. Pierce your chin with force. Then a stick is inserted through the window. The longer and thicker the stick, the more beautiful it is. This is a custom that's been passed down for thousands of years in the American Zoe. After girls reached the age of 7 and boys reached the age of 9, parents would pierce the chin with a sharp animal bone and then select the right size stick and place it against the lower gums. And then they would increase the size of the stick. For the Zoans, the thicker and longer the stick in his chin, the thicker and longer the stick on his chin, the more virile he is and the higher his social status. And the women believed that a longer stick would make them more beautiful, but due to the pierced jaws and the fact that the sticks cannot be easily removed. So they often had trouble talking and eating. Which of these 6 customs is your favorite? Welcome to leave a comment.